Guys, welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be using the new cushions to make all of our transport much faster. The way we're going to be getting these cushions is right here. So cushions take a lot, and I mean a lot, of wool. So what I'm going to be doing is using my sheep pen that I set up in one of my earlier episodes to get all of the wool. Let me just shear all of these guys. Okay, and obviously some of them are going to grow back while I talk, but after one kinda full shear of them, I get roughly a stack and a bit, which is not really going to be enough. Because you see, in this episode, I'm going to put cushions all across that bridge right over there. And I would also like to put cushions from my nether portal at home right here, all the way to my nether portal, thousands of blocks away, connecting to my raid farm. And the way I'm going to be doing this is essentially using nether roof travel, which I have not gotten yet. So in this video I will also be unlocking, you could say, by getting up to the nether roof and putting all of my nether portals up there. So first of all, I'm going to need to breed these sheep, so I'm just going to collect all of this wheat. And I also have to make some fences so I can actually hold the new sheep. Let me just replant these. Okay, now it's time to see if I have any wood, which I should be able to use to make more fences. And apart from these 2 sticks, it looks like... Oh no! I got a full stack of spruce logs and 7 more sticks. This should be good enough for all of my fence needs. Okay, a stack and 32 spruce fences. That should be enough. I'm gonna check if I have any more wheat in my chests. Doesn't look like I do, so I guess I'm just gonna be having to use this 1 and a stack of wheat. Let me just get breeding by just spamming here. This should, get all of these guys. Yep, get the guys in the back here. Okay, pretty good. Of course, I am going to have to wait for them to grow up. But in the meantime, I can make these fences. But what I also need to do is probably fill out this land with some dirt. So I need to go back to my base and get some of the dirt. Also, let me collect this iron because it's on the end. Ooh, and this farm has definitely been at it. Just put that in there and I'll let it keep going. And it looks like I do not need to go back to base. Thought about checking this and I was right. Definitely some extra dirt I just have lying around at this area. Because I am, making all of these cushions, it'll actually be pretty good, because now I won't have to use all of my elytra durability. Because as you can see, with every trip I make back to my base and back to here, it goes down a decent bit. Okay, and there is it connected. Now I just gotta break that, and they will all, funnel into the big area. Okay, and there they are. They're all eating, and now they can actually, get their full fur back? Or is it fur? No, wool back. Because that pen was definitely too small, because they had already eaten out all the grass, which means that they couldn't even get their wool back anymore. Just gonna do a little bit of shearing right here, just in the meantime, and then once the babies grow up, they should all have wool, and the parents will have wool too, so then I could get a mass shearing, and then once I do that, I think I'll have enough, but in the meantime, I'm just gonna make some cushions. Of course, I'm gonna stay here though, because I want these guys to be going, and, doing stuff. And they will not be doing stuff if I'm all the way back at base. So the reason why cushions are the best mode of transport, essentially, in this new update, is because you can place one every 3 blocks. So 1, 2, 3, and then you place one, and then you count this one, 1, 2, 3, then you place one. So essentially, it's like a third of the distance. And if I do this on top of the nether roof, which is nice and flat for this, it'll also be going 8 times faster than that. So it's 3 times faster and 8 times faster if you do it on the nether roof too. So you don't need too many cushions, and you can get pretty far. And all you have to do is set up an auto clicker to spam right click, and you get there basically instantly. Okay, and while I wait for these babies to grow up, which will take a decent amount of time. Wait, did they already grow up? Oh, they already grew up. Okay, now I'm gonna shear them. Okay, I did accidentally hit one, and obviously they're gonna just... Oh, my shear broke. They're obviously just gonna like grow back their wool while I'm shearing them, so I'm never gonna really shear all of them at once. But I'd say I sheared the majority in one go, so that's good enough. And let me turn these into cushions, and now I've got a stack and 12. So with like 12 and a stack times by 3 is roughly like 200 and a bit, I think. And if you times that by 8, that's a pretty far distance. So now I'm gonna stay here for just the second, but now I'm going to be working on actually getting up to the nether roof. Let me take a little sleep. Okay, I do have to go to the nether roof, but before that, I also need to fill out this bridge with cushions. Now, yes, I could just use nether transport to get from my base all the way down, like over there where all the important stuff is, but I did build this bridge and it took a while, so I think I may as well use it. And so the way you place them really fast is actually pretty good. You just get the auto clicker and you set it to like basically spamming, and you set the mouse button to right and you just look at the other cushion and you do it. And it does that because it just places it every like 3 blocks for you, and it also sits in the chair so you can move with it. So we got a decent far bit done, but we didn't get it fully done. So that just means we're gonna have to get back to the sheep grind. Okay, and before I shear these guys again, just gonna breed them again, so in a couple minutes they should raise babies, and then, you know, I can shear even more sheep. I think, yep, okay, so that was enough to make me fully run out of wheat, but I think that is enough for the entire sheep pen. I don't think I need any more sheep than that. So let me just take like 4 iron so I can make 2 shears, and one of them's probably going to break, so that's why I made the other. And now it's time to get shearing again. And that's pretty much all of them. I got a solid stack and 34. Maybe some of them were already sheared because I feel like I got more last time. But anyway, now I can make some more cushions. Exactly 32, that's pretty neat. Let me just go up there to the bridge and place down the rest of the cushions that I need for the bridge. It's always very satisfying to, you know, use the auto clicker to build cushions because it just works so well. But anyway, I'm finally done, and look at that, it perfectly lines up with the end of the bridge. And now we can move on to doing all of the nether roof travel. Okay, so there's 2 things you need for nether roof travel, or at least to get up there, and that is, first of all, ender pearls. You only need 1, but sometimes you can miss, so you'll need a second one. and you need ladders. So I'll just make myself some ladders. Maybe I should make myself a couple more ladders just in case it's a bit of a weird fit. And now I should be ready to get on top of the nether roof. To make sure I don't get stuck up there for eternity, of course, gonna need some obsidian, so just gonna take that obsidian and I should be fine. And of course, I'm gonna be going in there and actually breaking this nether portal so I can actually, you know, link the nether portal I'm gonna put on the roof to the nether portal at home. Let me just get rid of the skeleton. Okay, and time to get mining on this nether portal. Sadly, obsidian is very annoying. I'll save you the time it takes to actually mine. Even though I do have an efficiency 5 pickaxe, still a little bit longer than everything else. So I'll just cut to when I'm done. Okay, and now I need to actually get up to, what do you call it? Like the bedrock layer above the nether roof. So I'm just going to be doing a little bit of mining up here. Okay, and there's the bedrock layer. And now what I'm going to have to do is search until I see that right there. It should be, yep, if you look in the top left, targeted block 127. So that is 1 block away from the top of the nether. So all I gotta do is basically put this here, basically go up, look right, you see that line, look right above it, 1 pixel, and then use this ender pearl and boom. Okay, well, I did it wrong. And make sure you're holding W, not space to go up, because otherwise you might just fail. But if you hold W like that, you can just jump, and now you're up here. So now you just need to connect a nether portal from the overworld to the nether. And this block right here should be the exact coordinates that match up to my nether portal at home. So now I can go ahead, make this nether portal, of course, light it, and if I'm correct, it should bring me home. Nice. Okay, so now all I have to do is essentially go to all the locations where I have nether portals, then make nether portals for them on the nether roof. So now I gotta go do that. Probably should have got all of the things in one go, now that I think of it, because now gotta actually make a new nether portal just to get back to the real nether. Or not, I guess I have to go further. This one accidentally linked up to the one I have over here. Okay, so I went off the mountain into the village that's like right here. And I think this should definitely be far enough, hopefully at least, to actually not put me connected to that portal. Moment of truth? Yep, okay. I'm right over here, and this is where my old portal was. Okay, now I just gotta jot down all of the locations of everything. Gotta jot down this one, and I gotta get the raid farm one, and of course my villager trading area, the actual important one that has everything around it. Okay, I now know all of the locations of everywhere in the nether, and I have deleted, got rid of all of the nether portals in the actual nether, so now I can replace them up here, so for basically easy transport. So let me go ahead and make all of those nether portals. Okay, there's one, and I just realized that, I can't find my home portal, so that might be a bit of a problem. I'm just gonna run back in the direction that I thought I was at. Maybe. I don't know. Yep, okay, there it is. Okay, from now on, I'm gonna leave paths to where I went. Okay, there's 2. And just 1 more. Okay, and there is the last one. And this one should connect to me back to, yep, the villager trading place. So now, I'm gonna need a lot of cushions, sadly. Okay, I'm just gonna continue to shear these guys over and over and wait for their babies to grow up. So I'll get back to you when I have more cushions. Okay, I have a solid 47 more cushions, and I'm just gonna use them to go over here. Oh, I nearly started doing that, but okay. So this goes here. I think that's all I can manage to do though, because I kinda only have 24 left. And the other 2 are definitely much further than just this. I will go to like here though, because, you know, this is kind of the intersection and I feel I should just do this first. We'll do the other 2 later though. Okay, so after a decent while of shearing and 1 shear being lost to durability, I finally have, I guess a decent amount of cushions. 2 stacks in 1. So that might be enough for the rest, and I'll go check if it is. Okay, so first of all, we're gonna see if the distance between here and here is enough. Boom, and yeah, that's an entire stack gone, and so that's not too good. I do not, so like that means two of the locations is possible to get by cushion now, but it also means that it's probably not going to be enough for the other one. But I'm just gonna have to see. Okay, let's see if this one works. Yeah, no, definitely not. But if we keep on running like a couple minutes, yeah, okay, it's enough to get us into sight of the last little stretch here. So just a little bit more waiting and a little bit more shearing is all we need. Okay, guys, and now I actually have gotten like a stack and 24 more, so I'm just gonna do this, and I should, boom, wait, boom, now I actually managed to get all the way, except I didn't manage to get like all the way. I gotta just do this final last stretch. It's very short, so I'm pretty sure that I'll make it with my last 54. Okay, let's just get back in the seat, do a little bit of that, and boom, and boom. Look at that. So now I've connected all the places. I can go to my villager trading farm, I can go home, I can go to the pillager outpost, and I can go to the raid farm. So now everything's connected. I used the new cushions in the new update, and I finally unlocked Nether roof travel. So thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.